The I-Threes, the iconic female vocal trio that played a pivotal role in shaping the sound of Bob Marley and the Wailers, comprised of Marcia Griffiths, Judy Mowatt, and Rita Marley. They brought harmonies that elevated reggae music to new heights and solidified their place in the annals of music history. The I-Threes brought a fresh sound to Bob Marley and the Wailers. Their presence not only enhanced the Wailers' recordings, but also added a dynamic visual and auditory element to their live performances. They joined after Peter Tosh and Bunny Wailer left the group. In 1974, Livingston left the band due to various disagreements with Blackwell, including not getting paid for the English leg of their Burnin' tour and his refusal to play in the freak clubs that Island had booked the band. Tosh believed that producer Blackwell, whom he unfavorably called Chris White-Worst, was responsible for the bad relationship between the band members. He thought Blackwell favored Marley over the rest of the band, giving him more attention and money, and with the decision to release their albums under the name Bob Marley and the Wailers instead of the Wailers. In this video, we will take a closer look at the history of the I-Threes, Bob Marley's secret weapon. The I-Threes became an official part of Bob Marley's organization in 1974. Their inclusion came in the wake of the breakup of the Wailers, a vocal group comprising Marley, Peter Tosh, and Bunny Wailer. Tosh and Wailer had quit the group feeling that they were being sidelined while Bob was being groomed for rock stardom at their expense. So Bob recruited his wife Rita, who had been singing with the Wailers for the best part of a decade along with Judy Mowatt and Marcia Griffiths to form the I-Threes. Their role was to sweeten and emphasize the message in the songs. From the start, they gave Marley's music a totally different tone, such as on Talkin' Blues from Natty Dread, the first album Bob made alongside the I-Threes. Rita Marley had been making records since 1964, starting her career at Studio One, the record company where Bob and the Wailers had first made a name for themselves. She sung duets with Bunny Wailer as Bunny and Rita duet with Peter Tosh, and sang lead in a group, the Selettes, which recorded extensively in the mid-60s. By 1968, she was part of the Wailers' venture with U.S. chart act Johnny Nash and Jad Records, and cut a rocksteady version of Bob Marley's Been Down Low under the credit of Bob, Rita, and Peter. She worked with Lee Scratch Perry in the early 70s, offering a version of the Beatles' Let It Be along with the funky Bring It Up. There had been numerous other releases between 1965 and the formation of the I-Threes. Marcia Griffiths' career path was similar. Bob wrote songs for her, and she had enjoyed more global fame than Rita. Before joining the I-Threes in the mid-60s, she issued a handful of singles for Studio One, including the ballad Funny, but really found her feet in 1967 with a Bob Andy song, Melody Life, and hit again in Jamaica with Feel Like Jumping the following year. Both tunes still play in reggae dances today as if they are contemporary records. In the kind of strange coincidence reggae throws up, Rita Marley's Come To Me was released in the UK on the Coxon label, credited to Marcia, an artistic partnership with Bob Andy, as Bob and Marcia delivered global fame for Marcia in 1970, with an entrancing orchestrated version of Young, Gifted, and Black. In another coincidence, their follow-up hit was an interpretation of Pied Piper. She also cut versions of Band of Gold and Put a Little Love in Your Heart, which are fondly remembered by reggae fans. At the time she joined the I-Threes, Marcia was enjoying a reggae hit with Sweet Bitter Love, and about to embark on a fruitful association with the producer Sonia Pottinger, which yielded Dreamland. Judy Mowatt found local fame when the Gaylords cut a couple of Jamaican hits for the Maritone label. The singles Rescue Me and Emergency Call kept her in the reggae public's eye in 1973, as did a cut of Bob Marley's Mellow Mood released on his Tough Gong imprint. All three singers had strong connections with Marley before joining the I-Threes, but joining the Marley enterprise conferred certain advantages. Reggae remained a club phenomenon outside of Jamaica, but it was clear that Marley, with Island Records' considerable promotional muscle and a rising reputation with the rock audience, was about to play huge shows worldwide. Even if you had a massive hit in Jamaica, you were not guaranteed to earn a penny in royalties. Marley's tours, however, offered a steady, decent income, something almost unheard of in 70s reggae. The I-Threes were not anonymous backing talents. The first two singles they worked on with Bob Belly Full and Natty Dread were credited to the I-Threes as much as the Wailers. Bob didn't expect any of them to abandon their solo work. Marsha's burgeoning roots success with producer Sonia Pottinger continued. Judy Mowatt cut an album for Tough Gong. Mellow Mood with one track picked up for international release by EMI. As a group, they appeared on record with Peter Tosh, Big Youth, Bob Andy, and more. These soulful female voices gave Bob far more than mere cooing support. Imagine No Woman, No Cry, or Rebel music without them. The I3s released their first album as a group in 1986 and cut the fine songs of Bob Marley. They removed the plural from their name as an expression of unity. They were I3 one and all. The I3's career is a testament to the power of harmony, both musical and social. From their early days in Kingston to their status as reggae legends, Marcia Griffiths, Judy Mowatt, and Rita Marley have used their voices to uplift, inspire, and unite people around the world. They have received numerous accolades for their contributions to music, including induction into the Jamaica Music Hall of Fame. Their work with Bob Marley and the Wailers remains a cornerstone of reggae history. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, leave a positive comment, and subscribe to be updated on the next video.